So the first thing we have to do with this shape is split it into smaller pieces to find that diagonal side. So I can think about using like the additivity principle of area to help me do this. So I'm going to use my segment tool, and I'm going to say, well, if I draw this across and I draw this here, I can see that what I have is a right triangle and a rectangle. And so let's label the parts that I have here. Uh, if this here is 10 feet, I know that this would have to be 10 feet. And if I know this entire side is 14 feet, I know that this piece here would have to be 10 feet, which means that this would have to be 4. So this part would have to be 4. And again, we know this is a right triangle. So if I look at my last piece I have, if I know this entire side is 22, here I have 9, here I have 10, so that means this has to be 3 feet. And if I think about doing Pythagorean theorem, I have 3, I have 4, this is a right triangle. I can say then that that missing piece, I know that the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the legs squared. So I get that x squared is 25. So x has to be 5 feet. So I'm going to erase some of this stuff to get it out of the way, just to make it a little bit easier to look at. Get these lines just so I don't get myself too confused about what we got here. And I'm going to put it, this is 5 feet. So if I'm doing the perimeter, I know the perimeter is the sum of all the lengths of the outside, of around the shape. So I've got 10 feet. There's my 10 foot plus 9 feet plus 5 feet, put a little dot by each of them, plus the 10 feet there, plus 14 feet, and then plus 22 feet. And if I add all of these values together, I will get 70 feet. So the perimeter of this shape would be 70 feet. That's if I took like a piece of rope and went around all the way around the edge. And it's in feet because I'm dealing just with the length. Perimeter is only a length. Now when I'm doing the area, I have to change things up a little bit and realize that I'm actually dealing with 3 separate shapes. So I have the area of the big rectangle, the triangle, and that little square. The area of the big rectangle, well, that's a 10 by 22 foot. I'm going to erase that, add in my units. That's a 10 foot by 22 foot rectangle. And then I know the area of that triangle, I got to use 1/2. The base is the 3 feet, and the height is the 4 feet. And it's the base and height there because that's where the right angle is. That's giving me that height because I need the perpendicular sides. And then that last rectangle in the top corner here, I can see that that's a 4 by 10. So that's 4 feet by 10 feet. So I think about all my multiplication there. I have 220 square feet. I have 6 square feet. And I have 40 square feet. And they're all square feet because I'm doing feet times feet. So I'm multiplying the feet. And when I add them together, I will get 266 square feet for the area of this shape. And the units again are different because when I'm doing area, I'm multiplying my units. So foot times foot gives me a square foot. I'm dealing with the length and the width. Whereas perimeter is only dealing with going the length around the shape.